What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports. I'm Jason. Let's adjust this right quick. Sorry, guys, we've been having some technical issues here at Mike Drop today, guys. Sorry, but we are getting it going here and getting this live stream fired up here on a Friday. And I do apologize if there's any glitches or anything that happens during the stream. Anthony. Buy Mason Cole. That's the big one, guys. Mason Cole now released, gone, saving the Steelers $5 million in cap space. What's up, Joshua? What's up, D? D, I did see your comment. Tell us what you got to say in the comments section, my friend. We're going to get this fired up. I do apologize ahead of time if there is any technical issues. It's been a real bear getting this live stream going today, but we do have it flowing and we're rocking now. And I appreciate you guys all for being here with us at Mike Drop Sports. A lot of Steelers news going on. What's up, JD? What about Bubby Brister, D? Bubby the Brister. Hey, I saw Patrick Peterson too on his podcast, guys. Let's start with that one. Saying that he thought Kenny Pickett should be the guy. Kind of also referring to himself maybe not as a teammate when he said at one point in that podcast, we. He said, I won't say we. So maybe, hey, who knows? POLO, what's up? D, my company is hiring him. Wow, that's neat, D. What's your company do, man? That's pretty cool. A Steeler guy, Bubby Brister, former number 6 for your Pittsburgh Steelers. Started out during, I believe, the Chuck Noll era there. So, pretty damn cool. 24K, what's cracking, my friend? All right, guys, let's keep this live stream going here. Hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. But we will start here with the big news. My whole damn screen went blank over here. Like I told you guys, it was a big technical issue today. But we're going to keep on rolling and just adjust, man. Center definitely shooting up the draft board from Stephen Carpenter. Absolutely. Mason Cole being cut, guys, I think is a positive sign that the Pittsburgh Steelers mean business now and that they're really going to try to aim for a guy in the draft, in my eyes. They are going to have some guys now available to them that they may not have in free agency due to the increase in the salary cap number. It was estimated to go up to about $242.5 million. Instead, it went up over $255 million, allowing the Steelers $30 million more in cap space. So now the Steelers, with the release of Mason Cole, got themselves under that original number. They were about $4 million still over, I believe. So with the release of Mason Cole, saving them $5 million, they were back down to the good. They were in the green. And now the NFL increased that by $30 million. So that gives the Steelers a little over $30 million right now to play with restructures, with things of that nature still available to them long term throughout this offseason. And like I said at the beginning of the offseason, I thought the Steelers were going to at least get to about $50 million. And that's still my guess. I think they're still going to get to $55 million. And I think that could spell nice things for the Steelers in free agency. But again, we look at these free agent centers, guys. Tyrone Smith from the Cowboys. Mike O'Neal from the Pats. Trent Brown from the Pats. Oh, no, sorry, guys. Those are tackles. Connor Williams from the Dolphins is the leading center in free agency right now, the number 1 ranked. Andre James from the Raiders. Tyler Badaz from the Cowboys. Lloyd Cushenberry from the Broncos. Aaron Brewer from the Titans. So there are some available free agent centers. Now with all this cap space that's starting to become available to the Steelers, they might be in play for one of them. We never know. But D said, we build natural gas pipelines and processing facilities. That's pretty cool, D. I used to work for a company where I inspected natural gas platforms, drilling rigs, that kind of stuff. It was kind of like through OSHA type thing. So we went out and we would do like all the land. We would, identify slips and things of that nature, any type of malfunctioning items that we could find. And we'd take pictures, do a lot of environmental shit. So yeah, that's pretty neat, man. Pretty damn cool, man. All right, guys, we're going to get moving here. I'm just going to bring up a couple things on my computer because, again, it crashed. So and I couldn't get the live stream. We were going to have a guest on tonight with Nova, but that fell through because I couldn't get the live to go the right way. I couldn't get it to be able to send invite links, and it was just really acting kind of screwy. So I'm flying solo. We're going to do the best we can, guys, and again, we'll make it through as we always do. JD, 25 centers in free agency. Yeah, JD. Those were the ones that I listed were supposedly like the top ranked guys at center, at the center position. So I'm not sure what it would take to get one of those guys in free agency, how much money that would take. Patrick Peterson said he thinks Kenny should be QB1 and he thinks he wants him to be QB1. Yeah, D, I saw that on Patrick Peterson's podcast that he does with Bryant McFadden, All Things Covered. He was talking about how he thought that Kenny Pickett was the guy that could come in there. The Steelers spent a first-round draft pick on him, and he thinks that he should get a chance underneath new offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. I have to say this too, guys, before I move on. I've been taking some beat down comments because I have been hypercritical of Kenny Pickett, but the statistics don't lie to me, and I can't get on board with a guy in those stats, and it's just my opinion. But some people say, oh, we've turned into a channel of just bashing Kenny Pickett. This is the offseason, and it's time to evaluate the players that are currently on the roster, and he happens to be a player currently on the roster. And just because he's the quarterback and because he was from Pitt and drafted in the first round doesn't exemplify him from getting the beat down when you have bad statistics and you play poorly. It's hard to get, fired up for a guy like that. All right, D. 24K. Hey, Jason, congratulations on your first. Yeah, thank you, dude. Yeah, that was cool. No, dude, they sent it to me electronically, so I would have to print it out like a pay stub. We'll see if they ever send me one through the mail. We'll see how that goes, but that's pretty damn cool, man. And that happens because of guys like you, 24K. I do make AdSense, but it's not that much. But like super chats and things like that, that's what get you paid, man. So thank you guys, you, JD, all you guys that always give me some cool shit. I appreciate it. JD, but he did say there should be a competition also. Yes, he did, JD. Pat P said there should be a competition inside of that building because it breeds that competitive fire, and I think he's exactly right. And one thing I will say about Patrick Peterson, guys, he is a true leader. He definitely is. He may be a little old right now in terms of playing days, and it may be getting a little bit more difficult for him to be a top flight player in the NFL, but he is definitely a leader, and I think he does want the best for the team at all times, and that's pretty damn cool to have a guy like that in the locker room. D says stats aren't everything, but name a great player with bad stats. Yeah, D, that's my thing, man. And I know people get hypercritical of me for beating down Kenny, and that's cool. I know it comes with the territory of doing this kind of stuff. But I just got to look at the stats, and I got to recognize that and deliver that information that I feel like that they over-evaluated Kenny Pickett. And the reason that I think they did that was because of a Dan Marino situation years ago. How crazy that may sound to anybody. Dan Marino was passed on by the Pittsburgh Steelers when they had a chance. He went on to have a Hall of Fame type career. And the Steelers have never forgotten that, and they've taken a lot of backlash for that over the years. And I think when Kenny Pickett was coming down the pipeline here, they thought to themselves they couldn't allow that to happen again. And I think they over-evaluated him. And it's okay to be wrong. And it's okay to admit that they're wrong. And also, if Kenny Pickett goes out next year, guys, and he tears shit up, I will be the first to say that I was dead wrong about him and that I'm backing him. And I'm backing him now, even if he does play bad, because he's the Steelers quarterback, and that's just part of the fandom for sure. But again, guys, these stats don't lie. Terry Bradshaw also says the Steelers would be making a huge mistake if they went in free agency and traded for a guy at quarterback instead of going with Kenny Pickett. He is also a big Kenny Pickett supporter. So you're starting to see some of these former players jump out here and show some support for Kenny Pickett. And I'm not sure where that's coming from or what they're seeing that we're not. But maybe we are wrong. We don't know. Kenny Pickett did come alive in the fourth quarter. I will give him that. He played well in the fourth quarter. But statistically, throughout those first 3 quarters and a half of the game, 3.5 quarters of the game, he wasn't that guy. And it's a problem. Reginald Rivers, Kevin Colbert had no business drafting Pickett. In my eyes, no. I think they reached or they took a big reach on him, and I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers literally thought about that Dan Marino situation for sure, man. And it ran through their head for many years, and I think it got them in a situation now that they could possibly regret it. But with this salary cap increasing, guys, do you think the Steelers now go out inside of free agency and look for a quarterback? In my opinion, I still don't think the Steelers do that. In terms of going out and getting a big name free agent quarterback, I still don't think they would do that just because of their track record and time, what they've done over the years and, just looking at their trends. I still don't think they would do that. Mark Malone, he could improve. Who knows? Yeah, exactly. He could. And I'm not doubting that. He definitely could. But it's really hard for me to think that, and hard for me to get excited about that, guys, And that's what this channel's for, man. We're here to talk back and forth and just work this out and look at every angle we can look at just to get the most information that we can as Pittsburgh Steelers fans, as fans of football, and that's exactly what it's all about, guys. So we got to explore it all, no doubt about it. JD, if you would go with a veteran, then Kenny would be number 2. Maybe, probably JD. There would be a good possibility of that. You bring a guy in, but they're documented saying they don't want a guy that wants to come in and start. So who knows? But Kenny Pickett would have a real battle on his hands if you bring in an experienced veteran that knows how to really run a play action heavy type offense and really try to get underneath Arthur Smith's offense and really get on board with it. Who knows what would happen for Kenny Pickett? D, do you think Mason being Christian and conservative has any impact on his being regulated to the bench? I don't, D. I don't think that comes into play. I think the NFL is a pretty diverse place, and I don't think so. Not in my mind, anyway. I don't think anything like that comes into play. Thankfully, I don't think it should ever come into play in anything in the world, but the world we live in, and sometimes it's harsh. Danya Corbin, I don't want Russell. No, I don't either. Russell Wilson that would be a grave mistake. A2, Craig Gaming, they should get Justin Fields. What do you think? I'm not on board with that one, brother. Not at all. I think it would be a grave mistake to get Justin Fields. Just my theory, man. I don't know. A lot of variables in it. Reginald Rivers, my first time listening to your podcast. Thank you, Reginald. I appreciate that. Let's give you a round of applause. Thank you, my man, for subscribing. I appreciate it, Reginald. No doubt about it. You agree with that, A2? Okay, I do too, man. It's a lot of variables. We've explored it a lot of times. I have taken some heat for that one too. Stephen Carpenter, hard to watch Kenny. I put his low lights on when I need to fall asleep. Lee's family, what's up? Yeah, Stephen, it definitely, they're definitely hard to watch, especially through the first 3.5 quarters of a football game. But you look at Kenny Pickett inside of that last, I'll say 6 to 7 minutes of a football game, and he really does look like he transforms into a different player. And I do admire that about his game, and I will give him credit for that part of his game. But when you're going 3 and out consistently, losing the time of possession battle throughout each football game, you're putting your defense in a compromising situation. And you saw how that played out throughout the year in Pittsburgh. And it becomes really, really tough, man. It does. D says, Mason did an interview yesterday where he said he thinks the Myles Garrett incident played a part in him being dropped on the depth chart. Practically no one has saw the interview, and it's here on YouTube. Thank you, D, for telling me. Put that link in there if you can. I'll still search for it. Put it in one of the comments or on the community page or something, and I'll share it with everybody so we can go ahead and watch that. You can even put it in these comments, but you guys would have to save that. But put it in one of the other videos because it would stay a little bit easier. A2K, who would replace Mason Cole? That's where the big question comes, guys. They save $5 million on that cap, which is awesome. Mason Cole had many issues. I didn't like him as a blocker all the time. I mean, he had moments where he's okay. The snapping part really got me. When you're putting it in the dirt or above someone's head, the quarterback constantly have to chase after the football. You're putting the quarterback behind the 8 ball instantly, and you can't do that if you're Mason Cole. And to do that over and over and never get any better, It's just mind-boggling. And they said Mason Cole would work after practice. He would come out early and really try to perfect his craft, but to no avail for Mason Cole, man. And the Steelers have finally recognized that and got rid of Mason Cole. And now the Steelers must turn to the draft. They must turn to free agency. There's only a couple places now to find one, but the Pittsburgh Steelers now know that they have to do it. And we, as the fan base, know that the Pittsburgh Steelers have to go out and get a center. It's not an option now. So you know it's coming from somewhere. And maybe this is a sign of where the Steelers are leaning in the draft. It is very tackle-friendly draft. There's a lot of depth pieces at tackle position. Center position, not so much. You're looking at 3 or 4 real solid guys, you know? Let's see, who all do I have listed down here? You have Jackson Powers Johnson. You have Dukes, Graham Barton. He's a quality center. I wouldn't mind having him. WVU's own Zach Frazier. I think he would be a real tough workhorse, foundational type piece. Also, you have University of Georgia Bulldog Cedric Van Pran, another Georgia Bulldog. Couple him up with a guy like Broderick Jones. I'm sure they played together at some time. That may be a quality addition also. Like I said, there's a lot of tackles out there. Maybe you could wait and go and get one of these centers in the first round. But guys, here I'm going to say this. I want the Steelers to go offensive line in that first round, maybe even the first couple. But I wouldn't be opposed if a Quinion Mitchell or somebody like that, a big-time cornerback, fell to the Steelers at number 20 and they didn't have to make any moves to pick that player up. I wouldn't be opposed to getting one of those corners because that would be real lockdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers to have 2 bookend cornerbacks like Joey Porter Jr., adding a guy like Quinion Mitchell, a player like that could really spell big things for the Pittsburgh Steelers and really send that defense into a different stratosphere. Really, really could. And maybe passing on a center early or a tackle early to get one of them quality defenders on the back end of your defense can really, really help. And it might make more of a difference in terms of winning football games if you have a guy at the cornerback position that's elite as opposed to a center or something. You may be able to get that center in the second round like a Zach Frazier. Because if you add that cornerback now, you're playing guys like Lamar, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence. To have 2 quality corners means, oh my God, man. It means a lot, guys. Big time. Let's get back to some of these comments. Trey Sims, who would be next QB1 next year? That's to be seen. We'll have to see how it goes. A2, who would replace Mason Cole? Guys, that's going to be the thing. I want Zach Frazier. I think you could get him in the second round with pick 51. I think he'll still be available then. But if the Steelers see these centers start to come off the board and you know there's only like 3 or 4 good ones that you would really want to have, maybe then you do make a trade and go get one. Maybe you do take Jackson Powers Johnson in the first round of the NFL draft at pick 20. That wouldn't be a bad pick. With the Steelers now freeing up Mason Cole, they can fill a hole real easy. And whatever they do kind of in that first round is going to make sense now. It really is. Maybe people would have laughed at him if they took a center because they had Mason Cole. I don't know. Just saying. I think they could really shine now in that first round. And I'm going to get to this draft here in this combine also. JD, do you think Kenny starts to push the ball and it might lead to a massive failure? That could be too. Maybe he just don't got the arm for it. I think he can throw the deep ball. I just think he doesn't have the confidence to do it in my eyes. I think that's where Kenny fails, his confidence and pocket presence and his inability to read the defenses at time. I think that hurts him greatly. But maybe he changes like we saw Mason Rudolph change. So who knows? Who knows? A2 Gaming, do you think the Steelers are going to trade up or get a quarterback? I don't think they'll draft the quarterback guys inside of this first round. I really, really don't, because in order to get the one that you would want, you would probably have to get up inside of the top 10 in my eyes. I don't know. I don't foresee the Steelers taking a quarterback inside of the first round. I just think it would probably be not going to happen in my eyes. We'll just leave it at that. Epic Expedition. Sean's in the house, guys. What's up, Sean? Jackson Powers Johnson, baby. I really hope the Steelers pick him up. I think you could get your wish, Sean. I think that is a real possibility now inside of the first round with pick number 20. D, I posted the link in the chat, but YouTube deleted it. I'll post it in the comments after the video. Okay, D, thank you, man. Chai Till, I die 773. Justin Fields unfollowed the Bears on all socials. They gonna trade him and get Caleb. Fields gonna go to the Pats, and they'll get their number 3 overall pick for him. That would be a hefty price to pay for a guy like Justin Fields, but maybe they do. But here's the thing, too. The Bears, I think, recognize his deficiencies, and hopefully they'll cash in just for the Bears fans' sake. But I don't know if a first round pick would be what somebody would give up for him. We'll see. But I thought Caleb Williams didn't really want to go to Chicago. Is that an issue? I'm not sure about that situation. Fill us in, Chai, if you know. D, I don't like Rudolph. I don't think Rudolph changed. He had a 102 passer rating when he got the concussion. Yeah, he didn't do bad. No, I do think he did get better pocket presence. I think he did improve on that. He did look a little antsier in his younger days, but he was still able to deliver the football. But I thought he got better. I do think that. I don't think he changed. You're right. That's probably a drastic word. I don't think he like drastically changed. You're probably pretty right on that. Jordy, my opinion, Kenny Pickett should start. No need to go waste picks or pay a bunch of money bringing someone in. And I think that's the way they're going to go, Jordy. I really do. And I hope for the Steelers' sake as a franchise, and I hope for the fan base as a whole, that he does succeed and that things get better for Kenny and that he is being accurately assessed by the Pittsburgh Steelers and not grossly overrated. What's up, Nova? JPJ would be nice. We need a mean center. We always had great centers. Yeah, that's the thing. The Steelers got to continue that lineage of great centers. Dermontti Dawson, Mike Webster, Marquise Pouncey, on and on. The list is long, and I feel like the Steelers going out and just trying to patch that up at that position and not really making a big time move. I think it's hurt them over the years here since Marquise Pouncey, and I hope they really do make a big difference, man. All right, Steelers. Should the Steelers release Rudolph? He's already a free agent, man. They don't have to release him. He's a free agent, so yeah. Camden Ricker, what's up? Just got here. What's up, Camden? What's wrong with the 102 passer rating? I don't think Kenny has ever gotten close to that. Yeah, no, nothing wrong with that, guys. Definitely a big time statistic with the way that Mason Rudolph played inside of those last 4 games, leading the NFL statistically at the quarterback position. And that's something you can't turn your head to because we look at Kenny Pickett's statistics. Why wouldn't we look at Mason Rudolph's statistics, even though they were much, much better? Not nobody, but a lot of people don't want to look at that for some reason. D says, let's keep going here. D says, I thought they benched Rudolph for Hodges, but he actually had his season-ending shoulder surgery in 2019. He talked about it on the interview. I do want to see that interview, D. I definitely do, because I think that sounds like some cool stuff with what you're saying, man, for sure. Stephen Carpenter, yeah, guys, hit that like button, man. There's almost 100 of you been pretty steady, and we have 9 likes. Go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. I appreciate it. T-Rex, hi from Dallas. Go Cowboys. There you go, T-Rex. We welcome everybody, even though you're a Cowboys guy. We appreciate for having you. Jordy, no Cowboys. No Cowboys. Oh, you're getting flack there, T-Rex. But we appreciate everybody. A2, I think they should re-sign Rudolph out of free agency then. Yeah, it's probably their best bet, their most economical, and then really build this team up with all that available cap space. Go out and get yourself a real goddamn slot receiver instead of a guy like Allen Robinson. I know people will say Allen Robinson has a lot of potential, but he's in his 30s now. He didn't have any production last season. Maybe that was a product of the Canada system, not utilizing the slot position correctly, not utilizing motions and things of that nature to get those guys open. He didn't use the tight end room really either. Pat Freiermuth had one big game. Other than that, they were pretty pedestrian at the tight end spot last year. Jordy, he's saying he wants a fresh start. A2, yeah, maybe. We'll see. Mojo M official, I am a big Steelers fan. Well, welcome to the chat, Mojo. Hit that subscribe button. Crack that like button, guys. Let's start seeing those likes go up. That would really be awesome for me. I'd appreciate it. It'd send us out there and let more people join our fun here. Raiders fan, welcome here. Anybody's welcome here, GOS. Everybody. So welcome to you, man. A2K, Jalen Warren, I think will thrive under Arthur Smith. Yeah, man. I think Jalen Warren could really thrive under anybody. He's a little wrecking ball, dude. And if he could, I didn't like a little bit of his ball security issues, guys. I thought he had a little bit of a touch of the drops here and there. But I think that can be corrected, and I think that will come with more maturity as he grows as an NFL running back. But he really has the ability to hit that home run at any time. And I think coupled with a guy like Najee Harris, I think that backfield really worked last year. And I got to keep it intact for as long as you can. We'll see how that goes. Najee will be coming due on that 50-year option soon. The Allen Robinson had some catches when Mason was in. Just saying, he did. I'll give you that, D. I just don't think he was very productive. I did like some of the blocks that he had, but he's a $10 million cap hit, and with the lack of production that he had, even with the system, even with the players around him, I'm not sure you can justify that type of cap hit. Now, if Allen Robinson would go ahead and readjust that, maybe that would be a different story. But I think you need to go out there and maybe spend a couple of those extra free agency dollars now and maybe really sign a guy like a Tyler Boyd, like there's several out there, guys. T. Higgins, Mike Evans, Michael Pittman, Calvin Ridley, Marquise Brown, Gabe Davis. I'd like to see Gabe Davis. I'm just saying, these are free agent wide receivers. So who knows, man? The sky's the limit, guys. Camden Ricker, who is your favorite QB of all time for the Steelers? For the Steelers? Got to be Terry Bradshaw. He has 4 Super Bowl rings. That's the only thing I measure it off of, guys, is rings. Yeah, I agree with you. A2, the OG TB12, soccer fan Ronaldo. Can you say Lex? Yeah, don't do that, man. D, good point. He he was way too expensive for the production. Yeah, I think so. We'll see. Reginald Rivers Jennings from the 49ers. Is he available, Reginald? Is he available? Let me look and see. I don't see him. Are you talking at wide receiver? What position does he play? I'm not familiar with his name. Let me know. 4Stu18, hair reveal. What hair? I got hair. I'm not got. It's all messed up. So no thanks. A2. The Bucks did not re-sign Mike Evans. I don't think so, man. Nothing yet. He's on the free agent list, so who knows how they work that out. I think they'll re-sign Baker Mayfield, and I'm sure he'll want some weapons, especially some experience. Yeah, Reginald, I didn't know he was available. I didn't have him on my list, so maybe he just isn't ranked in the top 15 by some of these websites. So I took a collaborative look at several different websites ranking free agent guys, and I kind of averaged them all together and compiled my own list off of that. That's how I kind of compiled that. So these guys, where I rank them, is kind of where they're sitting everywhere else on all types of lists across the NFL. They'll probably franchise tag him. The Cinco squad. What are your thoughts on Justin Fields' thing? I don't like it, man. I think it'd be a grave mistake. Yeah, for sure. Camden Ricker. Wow, that's crazy. They didn't sign him back. I didn't know. Yeah, who knows, man. You can't sign any free agent right now, guys. It's not open yet. It don't open till March, so you can't do anything yet. No, thank you. I won't say your name. Don't do that kind of stuff. Edits. Do you think that the Steelers should have started Kenny instead of Mason? No. I thought that Mason was playing really well. Kenny was coming off an injury. I think he just lost his job fair and square to a guy that was playing really, really well. A guy that led the league in QB statistics throughout the final 4 games of his season. And you can't bench a guy when he's that hot, when he's doing that. And you can't replace him with a guy that had very pedestrian statistics at the time. So you're going to have to move, yeah, you couldn't do it. You just couldn't do it. Editors in the playoffs. No, I don't think so. Do you play Fortnite? No, I do not. My kids do, though. I do not. Yep, guys, we're going to keep moving with the live show. There's only 10 likes and almost 100 people in here. Why is it hard to hit the like button, guys? It's not. It's free. It's easy to do, and it helps channels. You want more channels and more content to watch. Hit that like button because that's what helps channels grow. And also subscribe, guys, because tonight I want to hit that 2,000 subscriber mark. We are almost there. Almost there. This channel grows by like 40 or 50 subs every day. So let's keep that trend going, man. Do you think Kenny is our franchise quarterback? I don't think so. We'll see how that goes. Steeler fan 6610. I do. BR squad. No. A2. Do you think Malik Neighbors or any other top wide receivers will fall to the Steelers? I don't think so. I don't think that. I think they'd be looking more like corner. I think they'd be looking more like at a center. Even a tackle. I think that'd be more like that's probably where they're going to go with pick 20, and we'll see. Maybe they even bump up a couple picks to get their guy. Who knows? But I think they stand pat at 20 and still get a quality guy because of the depth at the tackle position, because I don't think the centers will all fly off the board. We'll see. We'll see. And I don't think they take a center in the first round unless it's Jackson Powers Johnson. I don't think they take a center there unless it's him. I think they would try to wait to the second round to get like a guy like Zach Frazier or Graham Barton, something like that. D, I always forget to hit the like button until you bring it up. Well, thank you, buddy. It's okay. BR Squad, no. Editors, should the Steelers draft Justin Fields? They wouldn't draft him, but they would. No, I don't think they should trade for him. Liz, keep Rudolph, and Kenny goes back up too late now. Yeah, Mason's a free agent, so we're going to have to see how that plays out. That's going to be the biggest thing. Once free agency hits, guys, this is going to be a wild, wild west, man. It's going to be a freaking crazy shit going on, especially with this salary cap increasing to $255 million, a little over that. That's gonna be monster, man. It's gonna make shit go crazy. Because now teams that didn't have no money are gonna have money. Teams that had a lot of money are gonna have even more. It's gonna be a bidding war. You're gonna see some crazy salaries thrown out there for sure. Blue Gold Mason 2024 MVP, right? Hey man, I would love nothing more to see it. Going to get interesting during the combine when all the agents and coaches talk. The rumors will be flying for sure. Oh, yeah, there'll be a ton of rumors, man, for sure. They'll be flying off the shelves. This week will be the rumor mill going just nuts, man. A2, do you think the Bears keep Fields? No, I think they trade him. I think they're going to try to draft one of these quarterbacks this year. I think they've seen enough of Justin Fields, 38 fumbles, a gazillion interceptions. I think they've had enough. So that's why I think it'd be tough to make a big trade for him. D, I can't think of a single thing outside of foot speed that Kenny is better than Mason at. Not right now. I don't see anything that he's better at. I don't. I really don't. Mason can take us to the Super Bowl if Kenny didn't get our D killed last year. Covering for him, we could have beaten the Bills for sure. Yeah, maybe, man. Yeah, who knows? Mason, I didn't think played a bad game. That D was just banged the shit up, man. Inside of that playoff game, they were just hurting. Are you standing up for sitting down? I'm sitting down. Sounds like Mason. Soccer fan, Ronaldo. Hey, dude, don't keep saying, can you say Lex? We're talking football here. Don't be dumb. I'd rather you just bounce out. We don't need your view that bad, soccer fan. Camden Ricker, Fields is going to the Falcons, and then the Bears are going to draft Caleb Williams or J.J. McCarthy. Maybe, man. But what about that Caleb Williams thing? He didn't want to go to the Bears, right? I thought that. What do you think of that cap increase? Might get us some up. Yeah, I think it's a big thing, man. 255 Nova. 200, a little over 255 million now, and that gives the Steelers, with the release of Mason Cole, they got just a hair in the green, like a million or two. Now that gives them instantly 31 million or so. With all the restructures and shit they can do, they could be upwards like 55 million, man. By the time this is done, easily, I would almost say, especially with some of the big restructures they can make happen. Blue Gold, will Mason lose his job to a Duck again? I don't think. Duck's long gone. He dates Lainey Wilson now. He's a country western star. Here's my dog, my little crazy, well, not little, my almost 100-pound female lab that farts every night. She just made her presence known right here beside me. So if you see the curtains start to move, you know it's her, because she keeps digging her face in here wanting me to pet her. Due to the cap increase, are the Saints still in negative cap? I don't know how anybody really is in negative cap with a $30 million increase. It was only projected to go up, guys, to $242.5 million was the projection by many. And the cap rose, $20 million more than what they were projecting. So this is a monster hike. And that's why I'm saying when free agency opens up, you are going to see some crazy shit happen with that much money on the table. CE Par, I think Russell Wilson is coming to Pittsburgh. Maybe a vet. I don't think so, man. Don't hold your breath on that one. Editors, we need a QB that can trust George Pickens because he barely got any passes this season. I think they all trusted George for sure. It was just a matter of reading the defense and getting the ball, and Mason really was able to do that. And you saw the connection. You saw the big yardage numbers. You saw the touchdowns. You saw what George was able to do. That Baltimore game in the rain and the snow and the nastiness and the bad weather. We'll call that a wash. Whatever happened, happened. That was just old school knock him in the mouth football. So that game, yeah, he only got one touch. But other than that, Mason really knew how to distribute the football to George Pickens. Deeb, he's talking to somebody else. Cam Ricker, yeah, I remember him saying something about him not wanting to go to the Bears. Yeah, I don't know what that is. He got pulled, yo. Nova, he got pulled with better numbers than Kenny this year. Tomlin is just a moron and has screwed over our QB situation. Yeah, Mike Tomlin, guys, is bad situationally and personnel wise, at least for the last 5 or 6 years, in my opinion. He's made some bad moves, man. And it's really hard to say that he hasn't. And I've got crucified for that, too, for talking ill of Mike Tomlin. But, dude, the statistics, what he's done, the proof's in the pudding, man. I can't change that. It is what it is. Camden Ricker, did you hear about the Belichick going to college? No, I did not hear about that. Reginald Rivers, I think the Steelers will lose Rudolph and sign Tannehill. That's a possibility, man. Mason could go somewhere else. That is a real possibility, guys. I would say that it's a 50-50 shot. Hopefully the Steelers offer him enough money. Hopefully they offer him a good enough deal and they get him back. And that's what I hope happens. And I think it would be the best move for him, especially now with all this cap space. I think they could really build a monster team around a guy that has the poise in the pocket, the guy that we know can get it done, and let him run with it, man, and let him see what he can do and give him a real shot that he's never got before. You owe him that at least over 6 years. I mean, come on, give him a real shot. He got pulled for Hodges, but they put Mason back in. Then he got injured a shoulder. Yeah. Do we have Xavier Howard? No. No, we don't. Oh, should we go after? Do we go after Xavier Howard? I don't know. I don't know. A2K, who do you think we draft? I think they take a center or a tackle or a cornerback in the first round. Or, yeah, in those first 2 rounds, you're going to see one of those combinations for sure. I think it don't go outside of there for some reason. I just really have a feeling that that's where they're going to be. I think they're really going to aim for. I just really, guys, I got a big time feeling that if they're not able to pull Jackson Powers Johnson at 20, I think they're going to take Zach Frazier at 51 or try to figure out how to get him in round 2. And take a corner maybe in round 1. We'll see how this all pans out. But guys, we got to look at those runs on player position, those positions, and see how they go. But we're going to do a draft night spectacular. Sean and I, about a month ago, said we were going to come on here live while the first round of the draft was happening, and we were going to break it down the whole time and really try to give our insight leading up to the pick and try to really nail it down. So that'll be a fun night. Hold on, let me delete this guy. All right, remove. Okay. All right, Mark Malone. Yeah, get him a line and let him chuck it to Pickens. Yeah, dude, you got a guy like George Pickens, whoever is playing quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got to trust him enough to get him the football at every chance you can absolutely get him the football and let him make plays, man. And a lot of quarterbacks, I think, lose sight of that, especially like running style quarterbacks. I think you need to realize getting your playmakers the football is what's going to make you successful. Is going to get you those games, get you those wins is what I'm trying to say. Get you out there and make you an elite type guy. Letting other people make plays for you makes you look real damn good. Nova, how can anyone argue that mediocre Mikey didn't screw the QB situation? He lied to Rooney about Mason, talked them into Mitch, wasted a first rounder on Kenny. It was the worst quarterback draft in years. Yeah, it was a bad draft class, that's for sure. Considering I don't think any other quarterback was selected, I believe, until the 3rd round with Willis to the Titans, I believe. Yeah, it was a bad one. Who knows? Yeah. Mason, I just think, never got a fair shake, guys. He just didn't. Camden Ricker, if we could get JJ, aka Justin Jefferson, on the Steelers, came over. Yeah, I don't think the Steelers are going to fork over that kind of cash, but man, that would be fun to watch George Pickens, Justin Jefferson, and Deontay Johnson. That'd be cool. No, you're right. I don't think it would ever happen. All right, guys, hit that like button. Almost 100 people in here watching live here on Mike Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason. Make sure you hit that like button for us. Also, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to make that push toward 2,000 tonight. I think we can get there. We only need about 100 more. So let's crush that like button and hit that subscribe. That would be awesome. Also, there's links in the bio section of ways you can support our show. Also, super chats, those types of things. So you guys, help us out, man. Let's keep on rolling here at Mike Drop Sports, and I appreciate you all for coming through for sure. Go Steelers by Narcio. Yeah, no doubt. Guys, I want to talk about something about Omar Khan, too. I've been thinking about this all day today. And with Omar Khan and what he was able to do last season as the first year general manager, getting at least three guys that were able to contribute right away to the Pittsburgh Steelers through the draft, also adding guys like Spencer Anderson, players like that I think are going to pay big dividends maybe down the road. I think he had a real quality draft. We'll see how Corey Trice even plays out. But he really, I think, had a great draft last year. And I think in order for the Pittsburgh Steelers to continue to get back on track here, I think Omar Khan is going to have another one of those drafts here in 2024. He cannot afford to have any blunders, especially with the way this quarterback situation is playing out. I think the Steelers are set up perfectly right now that if Omar Khan has a average to good draft, I think that it could really mean big things, man. And I think Omar Khan it all boils down to Omar building this team, man, and just building off of that performance in 2023. It really, really does. A lot is going to weigh in on what Omar is able to do inside of this draft here once it kicks off. And man, I just really hope that he is able to undo some of these things that Kevin Colbert had done in his final seasons, because I felt like Kevin Colbert had failed mightily at some of the draft picks, missed on some big time picks, man. And I think it's going to take a little bit. Omar's working on it, but he's going to be able to undo it. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, the chat moved up on me, so if I missed your chat, sorry. What's up, Redhead? 24K, do you think that if Pittsburgh went to trade Kenny, anybody would give them anything for him? I don't think so. I don't think he's worth anything on the open market. That's just my opinion. Maybe somebody would. I don't know. It wouldn't be much. Adrian, greetings from Switzerland. Big Ben is the reason I started watching the NFL. Hope you all have a splendid day. Well, greetings, man. Awesome to have you from Switzerland. Big Ben was something special, man, for sure. Especially young Big Ben, with the way he can run around that pocket and the way he can make plays, was something a lot of people have never been able to do inside of the NFL at that level. Be able to throw like that. And yeah, that was special to watch. So I could see why you started watching. Reginald Rivers, by signing Ben to that extension, hurt Rudolph's chances. Ben's money should have went to Hargrave. Yeah. During that time, I thought so too, because Ben was getting older and he wasn't the Ben that he was. He was trying to get rid of the ball so quick all the time. Like, it just wasn't the same style of Ben that you were used to, the special player that Ben was back in those days. Just my eyes, what I was seeing at that time. Caden's World, hi, what's up? See Steelers, what's up? Lexi, it's my birthday and my friends forgot. Oh, sorry, Lexi. Well, happy birthday. Steeler Wade Show, what's up, my man? Why is my YouTube not picking up the live? I don't know, man. You're not tardy. You're not tardy to the party. Dude, I was having Steeler Wade, guys, I was having a ton of issues. So if there are glitches or anything, I wasn't even able to add a guest, nothing. So here I am, flying solo, doing the thing. But there are definite glitches going on with YouTube tonight, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if anybody else is having the issues. I know Steeler Wade said he had something going on. So what do you think? There we go. Sorry, guys. Narco, we need to lock in on playoff games, and we need to win a playoff game. Yeah. Mike Tomlin's teams have just not performed in the playoffs. It's almost been a decade, guys, since 2016, since the Steelers have won a playoff game. And I know some fans out there of other teams will say, oh, that's not that bad. Mike Tomlin's so great. Steelers fans aren't used to that shit. I'm sorry. We're not. We're used to winning, and I don't think it's a bad thing to expect a winner, to expect a team to do well. I don't think that it's a bad thing. I think it's okay to be passionate about it. Sorry. All right, guys, hit that like button for me. Make sure you're smashing the like button when you're coming in. Steelers fan 6610, what do you think we need to do to make the Steelers better next year? I think you need to add a stud cornerback. I really, really think that would improve that defense greatly. I think you need to add another defensive lineman, maybe add another person to that safety room, figure out somebody special to put beside Micah Fitzpatrick. One of the guys from the Lions is going to be a free agent, I believe. He's a pretty special guy, and I think the Steelers could get him for like $7 or $8 million. His name's slipping my head right now. I may remember throughout the show. But he would be somebody that you could add to play with a guy like Minka and could be real special back there. I also think they need to figure this quarterback thing out. And if it is Kenny Pickett, you can't wait and let him struggle for a long time and create a lot of disruption in that locker room because you're going to waste another season. I think you really need to act fast if he's not able to produce early and often. Roberta Campbell, what's up? Murph Dog, I wish with the increase we could get Baker. Baker played tough, man. I think he's going, though, back to the Bucks because he really enjoyed that organization and spoke so highly of them here this offseason. Camden Ricker, do you remember what pick the Steelers, what they have? They have pick 20, pick 51. I'm not sure what number in the third round. They have 2 fourth-rounders, 119 and 120. Then they don't have a fifth round. They have a sixth and a seventh. My YouTube just wigged out, had to force stop and clear cache. Yeah, man, D. I'm not sure what the hell's going on tonight. It was just being crazy. He would love to play in Cleveland twice a year. Yeah, Baker probably would. Murph Dog, Baker in Pittsburgh would be huge. I think it'd be cool. GG, man. GB better. Roberta, maybe it had something to do with the same thing that was happening yesterday with maybe, Roberta, you might be onto something. Sorry, guys, my thing is rolling all over. Patrick Foss, we need an all-pro inside linebacker. I think they address that in free agency, especially with the money that's available now. I think that could possibly be something that definitely could be a priority for them with the amount of money they have. They're going to have some big bucks, and hopefully they can make that work. We need to add a dominant center to pull the line together. Yeah. And you guys got to remember how the Steelers have always played football. They've used that center to pull and do so many special things. And if you have a good anchor, a good foundational type guy with that center, it is contagious across that offensive line. And it is an absolute must, man, in my eyes. I think you have to have that quality center. And they have had a huge hole since the retirement of Marquise Pouncey. And they haven't been able to fix it. And it shows a whole hell of a lot out on that football field. For sure, guys. Murph Dog, then maybe another edge. I don't know how that would go. I think they're pretty set there. Adrian, top right, hit the dots, have a thumb here. Yeah, guys, hit that. There should be 3 little white dots. If that doesn't work, back out of the live chat, hit the like, and then bring the live chat back up. 84 in the third. Okay, thank you, Reginald. So, guys, they have pick 84 in the third. Mark Malone, mine is jacked up too. Yeah, man. It's crazy. So many people were saying it's messed up. Murph Dog 92, but Fields for a third and another pick I think would be awesome. The weapons we have plus add some depth to the O-line, D-line, letting our defense go to waste. Luckily, JP Jr. paid off big. Yeah, I just don't... Fields turns the ball over like a turnover factory, and I don't think Mike Tomlin or the Pittsburgh Steelers need that kind of headache in their life. And especially your guys, this is what's going to happen with Justin Fields. This all may be well and good, and you may say, you get him for a third now. This is what would happen. You would have to go out, trade that draft pick, whatever, say you do get him for a third. Then you have to extend him to a 50-year option at worst. You're going to have to keep him for the 50 year. That's over $22 million, projected to be about 23. Then just say you don't want to pay that. You're looking at a projection on Justin Fields of $232 million over 6 years. I just don't like it, man. Not for a guy that turns the ball over like that. They really missed with Green for center. Yeah, so is mine. Bears all the way. Steelers all the way. Want to hear a riddle? No, I don't. Steeler Wade Show. I made it. You're here, bro. Ross, Caleb Williams all the way. He might be pretty good. We'll see. Arthur Smith needs to coach him up, keep it short yardage on the pass, and run heavy with Najee and hopefully Warren. Are you talking about if they would get Fields? Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it, man. Steeler Wade Show had to delete YouTube and reinstall. Wow. I hope I don't have to do that. I got too much shit on here, guys. That would suck, man, to have to figure out all my shit. Murph Dog, he should only throw 25 times a game. That was the philosophy in the Ben days. 20, 25 and under, and let Ben hit those 25 and under passes, and run the shit out of the football and play good defense. That was their philosophy for winning back then. Who says it can't win now? D, I feel bad for Jalen after fines. He only made like $200K. Yeah, he made very little money, but he was an undrafted free agent. Beast Claw, George Pickens, baby. Yeah, he's a monster. Hit like and subscribe. Yes, Sean, hit the like and subscribe for sure, guys. We're going to talk maybe a little bit. We'll try to fit some of the combine in if there's anybody you guys should look at. I want to bring up something about the combine, though. I got to bring up a TJ Watt thing, too. And we're about 50 minutes. But hit that like button, guys. We've been steady almost at 100 viewers. And how do we have 20 likes? That's amazing to me. Amazing. Nope, that's all right. We'll just delete your riddle. I don't want to hear a riddle. Don't clog up the chat with stupid stuff. If it's about football, that's okay. Camden Rickard, Pickens, Steeler Wade Show. How do you feel about junior Michigan inside linebacker round 2? I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it at all, Steeler Wade. Hey, I think Jalen Warren is one of the best free agents the Steelers have gotten. Yeah, undrafted free agent, man. Yeah, no doubt. I think it was a quality move by the Pittsburgh Steelers bringing in Jalen Warren. He really has proved himself to be a quality guy. HOF Sports, I don't think you would need to pay Fields crazy. I feel like a Geno deal wouldn't be too bad if he played well enough, but we made the playoffs with three quarterbacks. We should challenge for Super Bowl next season. Yeah, you never know, man. I can't get on board with Justin Fields with the turnovers. KZ got jobbed with that with that suspension. Yeah, that was bullshit, man. In my eyes, I think they got to let these players hit, man. Ross Pressman, the Steelers should win the Super Bowl. I wish. Murph Dog 92, Warren is the perfect off pace to Najee. They work well. It makes Najee angry when he does well. Makes him run harder. I think, yeah, they feed off each other. I'll say that. They definitely do, and I think it's a great backfield. Roberta Campbell likes Jalen Warren also. Great find. A2, what happens to Devin Bush? He's gone. He's in Seattle. He sucks still. Another whiff in the draft, trading up. They got the wrong Devin in that one for sure. And I don't think they were trying to get Devin Bush there. I think they traded up. Were trying to get Devin White, and it didn't work out. The Bucks got him. D, 20 likes out of 100 is actually really good compared to other channels. Those are Mason level stats. Thanks, D. I didn't know. I don't know. I just feel like it should be more than that. But hey, hit that like button for sure, guys. I wanted to talk about this combine before we go. When this combine happens, guys, I'm not going to get into all the stuff. We've been going too long. We'll do combine show. We'll start it, I guess, Monday. But I just want to say something about the combine and what it's going to do. You're going to have guys go out there, and they're going to run some incredible 40 in no football pads, no football equipment. Or they're going to go out there and catch 100 passes, never drop a ball. But again, no helmet, no shoulder pads, nobody defending them. But they're going to look great. And this is going to increase these people's draft stock. And that's where you get people that whiff on draft picks. Yes, the intangibles. Yes, the athleticism. I think it's a key. I think you got to look at it. But it can't be your sole information to base your decision to draft somebody off of. Their combine stats. I'm sorry. No. You have to watch them play football, man. Look at them on the field. I could give a shit less if a guy runs a 4.4 or a 4.3. Is there really that much difference in that shit? Honestly, dude, that shouldn't make your draft stock rise, 2 rounds. I'm sorry. You got to watch out for that. And typically, the Steelers don't fall for that, so hopefully that still is the case. But you see a lot of teams bite on shit like that, man. And a lot of guys are going to move up the draft boards, and you're going to hear a lot of crazy shit about combine statistics that absolutely don't matter, man, in my eyes. I think the combine has its use and has its purpose, but I think it definitely is way overrated and used far too much in terms of the equation to pick somebody and draft somebody. Roberta Campbell, I did see that the Chiefs signed that punter that the Bills had and released over charges. Oh, so they got Ariza. I really wanted the Steelers to get him, but we'll have to see how that goes now. Ross, true. What if the Chiefs three-peat? Well, they'll be a big-time dynasty, man, for sure. No doubt about it. Yeah, guys, did you see that Terry Bradshaw and Patrick Peterson all said that Kenny Pickett should be the guy? You guys all see that? Terry Bradshaw says it'd be a huge mistake if the Pittsburgh Steelers went out and got a quarterback. Hey, you never know what these old guys got up their sleeve, man. All right, guys. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Mark Malone, Raiders used to go nuts on 40 times. Yeah, it was like what's his name? The owner. Shit, I can't think of his name. But anyway, Al Davis. That's all he wanted to do was have a collection of guys that could run a fast 40 time. It was like a big joke in the NFL. Hey, that's where we got what's his name from? Shit, I can't remember. What was that guy we had for years? Shit, somebody refresh my memory. Wide receiver, we've had him for years, and he played pretty decent on special teams and shit. I wouldn't mind taking a great inside linebacker 20 if he's not a reach or a bust like Bush. Inside linebackers are hard to find. Also, I know we keep saying center, but what's your thoughts on taking Sweat? I'd take him, man, if he's there. I mean, that's why I said you could really now. I think you could take anything there at 20, man. Whatever. As long as it's, the best player available on the board, man. Take them. And then try to work on need after that. Second, third, fourth, Try to do that. You got 2 fourth rounders. Try to fill your needs that way. But take best player available there at 20 and get who you got to get. If Jackson Powers Johnson's there, I'd probably take him just because of the center. But we'll see. Who knows? D. Bradshaw is the sorry guys, epitome of dumb chalk. He could throw a football mouth but can't find 3 brains to rub together. Yeah, he is pretty stupid. He is, man. Oh hey, DHB. Yeah, Darius Hayward Bay. Thank you, Mark Malone. Thank you, my friend. I could not think of it. To stop Kenny, I believe someone is telling everyone to start giving Kenny some love. Maybe Kenny's feelings are hurt. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hard to tell. Ross Pressman, how's better? Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady? Tom Brady, he's the GOAT. He got 7, man. Yeah, I knew what you're saying, D. Sleeping Lady, what's up? How are you? Taylor, just stumbled on the channel. What you want for a QB, man? And we are... and were you as shocked at Mason being released as me? Still kept Nate Herbig at same cap hit pretty much. They still might get rid of Nate. But no, I wasn't shocked about the Mason Cole news, but I did think it was good news for the Pittsburgh Steelers just because of the way he played. It was really, really bad. And Taylor on QB, I'd rather have Mason. That's just my thoughts. We'll see how it works out, especially with the extra cap money and stuff now. Who knows how that goes? But too, with that Nate Herbig thing, how the Steelers like to keep brothers. So, but thank you for joining us, Taylor. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully you join us again. Roberta Campbell, there was one of these fools. You had a poll on YouTube ranking best dynasties in the dud, not at the 70s on the list. This fool's nothing for football history. Yeah, no, yeah, Tom Brady is the GOAT because he has 7. Terry Bradshaw has an awesome dynasty. He ranks up there because they had 4 over a 5-year period or so. You had the Joe Montana dynasties. Those are all elite, man, for sure. All elite. Staff Quest scheduling. Hey, what's up? Reginald Rivers moved down at 20 so we can have 4 top 100 picks. Yeah. Never know. Nova Racer, it's funny how the rest of the team is saying they want Mason, and now we're getting people making it a point to talk good about Kenny. I don't know, man. I ain't talking good about him ever again until he proves me wrong. John Frabery, think the Cole news pretty much tells you flat out they're going for JPJ at 20. It might give you some insight, but you never know how that draft shit goes, man. It is going to be wild. I'm telling you, this cap money, I think, throws a wrench into a whole lot of shit. I think a lot of things could really pop off, man. D, you're on something. Mr. Do you think Steelers will be a 12-win team and make it out of the first-round playoffs? I think they're going to have 11 wins was my way too early prediction, but we'll see how this offseason plays out, and I'll give you a better scenario. I hope they are, man. I hope they are at risk for sure. James Young, Steelers for the win. Absolutely. Terry Bradshaw's going nuts for sure. Camden Ricker, I don't care. I'm picking Montana over Brady. I like Joe Montana too, but 7 Super Bowls is hard to beat. Yeah, Staff Quest, we do too. Caden's World, say hi. Hi. Nova Racer, you're right about the combine. If someone in a little shower in the 40 film, they can ball out. Yeah, they put so much stock into it. It almost makes you sick. Tomlin may have told the team he is going with Kenny no matter what, so everyone is hyping Kenny. Maybe, man. It's hard to tell. I don't think they've met as a team, for a while since the off season started. Sports productions, let's go. Steelers, no doubt. What will we do with the extra cap money? I think you're gonna really be able to do some special things. I think they're definitely going to go out and figure out this slot receiver thing because I don't think they think Allen Robinson's the guy, but maybe wrong. They have $10 million that they could save with him if they let him go, but we'll see how that goes. But I think they're going to try to go out there, maybe get a right tackle. I think they're going to try to help out that defensive backfield at safety with pairing somebody up with Minka, KZ, those guys, and really making that shored up on the back end. We'll see how they get that corner situation taken care of. They can afford to have some guys now that they might necessarily have had to get rid of too. So there could definitely be a lot of good that happens with that. And I look for a lot of holes to get filled during free agency. We'll see. Sports productions. Will Niners choke in the Super Bowl again next year? Yeah, if they play the Steelers. I don't know, man. They're a good ball club, man. We'll see. I'm still tripping about working with Bubby Brister. I am too, D. That's pretty sick. Roberta Campbell, I'm not sure the 49ers make the Super Bowl this year. Never know, man. They have a very solid team. Purdy was solid. Christian McCaffrey's a difference maker, for sure, man. I like him. I hear Bell making a comeback. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one, Delbert. Brian Kozier, KP was salty when he didn't get his job back last year. When he asked if he learned anything from watching Mason, he said no. That is arrogant. He was definitely outplayed as Mason was the top-rated quarterback. Yeah, Mason was the top-rated quarterback for the final 4 weeks that he played football in the entire NFL, above Patrick Mahomes, above anybody. Yeah, and he's played the Buffalo Bills better than Patrick Mahomes did. He just didn't have a defense at that time. No, but the Niners are going to lose the Steelers next year. I hope so. Steeler Wade Show. Great show. Enjoy your weekend, Steeler Nation. And Mike Drop. Thanks, Steeler Wade. We'll check you out too, buddy. Keep going, man. Keep working hard. Sleeping Lady. Get a center in free agency, or if that dude is available in the draft, they got to get a solid center. Like I said, there's several out there that they could pick up for sure. Sean's telling you, keep it clean. Hi, my name is Adam. Hey, what's up, Adam? Roberta Campbell, I'm filming the Lions might make it there next season. I hope so. I think it'd be a cool story if you're picking somebody out of the AFC. Detroit could be favorable. Yeah, I think Detroit definitely has a good chance. And Dan Campbell is a hell of a coach, man. And that team would kill themselves. They'd run through a wall for that dude. That's pretty cool. I like free agent over draft right now because we won't have all these special players. Long and new generational players look weak to me. Soft, go with vets. Yeah, we are living in a soft society, man, for sure. The more time goes on, the softer these kids get. They got to toughen these people up a little bit. LL, you think Colin? We're not doing Colin Kaepernick shit. Colin Kaepernick? Is that what you were trying to... Colin is what you're trying to type? Nah, we ain't doing that, LL. Sorry, bro. I ain't getting involved in that one. Waylon Bizup, what was your favorite Steeler era and why? My favorite Steeler era and why? I can't say the 70s. I mean, I could because of the hardware, but I didn't get to watch the 70s. I would have to go with around that Neil O'Donnell time frame. Why? Because the Steelers were just a tough, gritty team. Bill Cowher, they were fighting every season. They made it to the Super Bowl, lost to Dallas because Neil O'Donnell threw that game away with a couple interceptions. But that, I don't know, that time to be a Steeler fan, that time in history, really, it was just really cool. We look forward to the games every week. It was just something different, man. I remember some of the games against the Chargers. AFC Championship games, Barry Foster, just so many players. It was a really cool time. I think that would probably be my favorite time. What's up, Dakey Eyeball? Okay. John Frabery, Kenny isn't a starter in my opinion. He doesn't have a big arm. His accuracy is subpar. He lacks progression reads. I think he's a solid backup, but nothing more. I gotta agree with you. I like your 2 cents there, John. Straight out of Stockton, Reginald Lions have 16 free agents, so we'll see. Yeah, they do have a lot of free agents. That's what I was talking about. They're safety guys. Go look at him. I don't remember his name. I'm gonna have to find it. But he's a guy that I'd like to see come. Yeah, his time's over, Roberta, for sure. '08 Steelers. That was a good year. Delbert Leonard. I did watch the 1996 Super Bowl. Yeah, that was heartbreaker. Dallas beating the Steelers. Sleeping lady. No one will ever convince me O'Donnell didn't throw that game to pay his $700K in gambling debt. Ha, I can't argue with you. Them interceptions were freaking horrendous. It didn't even look like he gave a shit. It looked like he literally meant to throw it to that guy. And I was a kid when that was going on. I remember after the game, if you watch some of the Steelers highlights, how heartbroken Bill Cowher's kids and shit were. Yeah, I think Neil O'Donnell just, yeah, man, it's tough not to argue that. You might be right. Mason for QB1, I agree, Steven. Taylor, I'm too young to remember that Super Bowl. My dad swears. Yeah, a lot of people think that, Taylor, for sure. A lot of people do. I mean, a hell of a lot of people. Guys, I wanted to ask something here, too. Or say something. Did you guys see TJ Watt on Pardon My Take kind of throw out the question to the NFL? How do you win Defensive Player of the Year? What does it take to win Defensive Player of the Year? What do you have to do? I think TJ's pretty damn salty about that Depoy snub. What do you guys think? Do you think TJ's putting too much stock into it? Do you think he should just forget the shit and not care? Or do you think that he should really raise his stink about it? Because I think he is kind of raising a little bit of a stink about it, going on national televised shows, and saying some shit. I don't know. OMG, I agree with you on that one. Roberta Campbell, I agree about that. Neil, most hated Steeler. Yeah, he went to the Jets. Bubby Brister is the most hated. I love old Bubby, man. Old Texas boy, Bubby Brister. Captain Durr says he's the most hated. He's going to go work for D's company, a guy you'll see in our chat, Captain Durr. He's going to work. They do natural gas and stuff like that. So Bubby Brister must not have made a shit ton of money in his NFL career, having to go back to work. Never know. All right, guys, anything else you guys want to talk about? My voice is killing me tonight, and the tech issues wore me out. So what do you guys think about that TJ thing? TJ not winning. Taylor puts TJ not winning Depoy is the biggest snub in history. He 100% deserves to bitch. Myles Garrett winning it when he had 1 sack past 11 is crazy. Yay, Nick Herbig had more sacks than him in the final 7 games. Roberta, no, I didn't see that, but I am for TJ speaking up. Yeah, I agree. Roberta. Stephen Carpenter, now let TJ cook. He deserves to be salty on this one. Yeah, maybe it'll fire his ass up, and he'll even be better. That would be crazy to see an even better TJ Watt. Captain Durr, who do you think is going to be the next QB next year? I hope it's Mason Rudolph, but I think it's going to be Kenny Pickett. Reginald Rivers, C. Gardner Johnson. That's it. Reginald, you have come through, my friend. Thank you, Reginald. I appreciate it. You have come through with things that I have drawn blanks on, and I appreciate you so very much, my friend. John Frabry. Yeah, guys, go get this Gardner Johnson, guys. I got to say, if you added him and Minka to that secondary in the back end, that'd be dangerous, boys and girls. Dangerous. And to have a guy like Gardner Johnson, you're probably going to pay, top of my head, maybe $8 million. Maybe a little less. Maybe we'll say $6 to $8 million a year range. And with this salary cap increasing, you could very well go do that. And just to get the deal done, you could probably throw another mil in there just to get it done, because I think it makes the defense instantly better, especially if you are able to figure out another cornerback opposite of JPJ inside of the draft with another young stud, maybe free agency or Corey Trice getting better. But fixing that, and this Steeler defense, if in free agency they get some linebackers that are serviceable, they could be lethal, dude. Lethal. I'm telling you. Go get Gardner Johnson. It'd be the best thing that ever happened to the Pittsburgh defense in the last couple years, for sure. TJ should be salty. Your number one goal is to win a Super Bowl. I'd won at least. Yeah, I agree, man. No doubt. I agree. Waylon, TJ Watt gets the script, doesn't want him to. Yeah, no, it is. Dude, sometimes I think those things are scripts, man. They push narratives they want to push with the NFL in terms of making themselves money and what works best and fits best for them. I don't think games are scripted in any way, but I do think some of those like narrative based things are pushed, and I think it's bullshit. Me and some co-workers looked it up when the company said they were going to hire him, and he was making $3 million a year in 1990. Wow, D, that's crazy. That's not very much though. I love the Steelers. Also, can we talk about George Pickens? Monster, dude. Going to be one of the best in the league in 2024, especially if they can get some better quarterback play. All you have to have is what Mason Rudolph did last season, and you are going to be flying high with a guy like George Pickens, and he would put up numbers that would actually absolutely be eye-popping, and he would probably be in the top three wide receivers throughout the entire NFL, and he'd be well on his way to being an all-pro type guy, and really making the Pittsburgh Steelers a lot different team for sure. Reginald Rivers, he played for Andy Weidel. Yeah, that could be a connection there, Reginald. Roberta Campbell, hey, I will lighten things up a bit. Did anyone else know that the country singer Lainey Wilson? Yeah, we did. No, that's her current boyfriend, I thought, Roberta. I have to look that up. Swifty. What's up, Swifty 1700? See, we're even getting Swifties in here. No, it's not just a Chiefs thing, guys. Welcome, Swifty 1700. What's up? John Frabry. Jordan Whitehead wouldn't be a bad pickup, too, besides Minky either. No, he wouldn't be, John. I don't disagree with you there either, bud. Waylon Bizup. What do you think it takes for TJ Watt to win defensive player? Yeah, that's what he was asking. What does it take? The guy led the league in sacks. The guy's the most, he provides the most difference to his defense. He is a guy that does the most for his defense across the league, and that's what that award should be about. Who means the most to their defense? And TJ Watt, by far, meant the most to that defense for the Pittsburgh Steelers and across the league. I don't think anybody else means more. The record without TJ shows you. Met Risk, who would replace Allen Robinson with? I like Tyler Boyd. Bring him home. That's where I think they should go, Met Risk. Yeah, he's current. Yeah. Oh, you meant XQB. Okay, Roberta. Yeah, XQB Devlin Duck Hodges does date Lainey Wilson. You're right about that. D, I'm telling you, TJ is too white and doesn't push the message. I don't know how that narrative flows, bro. I really don't, and I hope that that's not the case. I just hope that the NFL starts getting back to really basing it off the award. That's all I can hope for, and that we can all hope for because we're football fans and we just want to see the best player win that award. And TJ Watt, by far, in my eyes, was that best player. You even had Micah Parsons say that he wasn't even a top 5 pass rusher. I don't know what kind of crack that guy smokes, but what the hell, man. I see my boy OG Timmy Sports put a comment in here. I got to tell him I seen it and I forgot to mention him. But OG Timmy Sports, he's a Dallas podcast guy. Go over and check OG Timmy Sports out. He's a cool dude, man. I got to go and give him a holler back because I didn't see him, man. Now I'm pissed because I don't want to miss him. He's a good guy. Helped me out a lot whenever I was first starting in YouTube, and he was a good sounding board. We battled, talk back and forth in the comments and stuff. It was really cool to have somebody like him. Sorry, guys. This chat's going crazy. Listen to Epic Expedition Sean. Like and subscribe. NFL, got to get that ESG money. Eagles wings. Prod. TJ should be on his third depoy. Absolutely. Maybe even more than that. Tiffany Dillinger. Hey, hello. What's your favorite football team? The Steelers, Tiffany. Roberta, yes, 1 win and 11 losses truly shows impact. Yes, Roberta. Right there, what you're saying. That shows exactly what TJ Watt means to this team, and that's just big, man. That statistic shows you something, All right, guys, let's wrap this show up. We've been going for almost 75 minutes. Your boy's voice hurts pretty bad, so yeah, click that bell and set it to everything. Just what D said, guys. We're going to start winding it down. We got a big weekend of basketball for my 3rd and 4th grade boys. We're going to the playoffs tomorrow. We could be potentially playing basketball from 10 a.m. tomorrow till 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So it's a tournament. We'll see how it goes. So we'll give our boys some good luck here. And I appreciate you guys putting that in the comments for him. I showed them, and they were pretty pumped up that people were giving them some, some props, wishing them luck. That was really cool, you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you, Roberta. Appreciate it. Thank you, Matt. I thank you guys for always joining us here on Mike Drop Sports. You guys have done so much, man. I appreciate it a great deal. Again, there's ways to support the channel in the bio. If you feel so inclined, go ahead. We're going to keep working on upgrading our stuff, getting things better, and making it just better for you guys. As always, we'll have our daily uploads. We'll have one tomorrow morning. I'll do that before our game tomorrow. After I let my voice recoup from the live. But we'll do that in the morning, and you'll have that, and we'll see how the day goes. But we'll be back with our live show on Monday. We don't typically do it on Saturday and Sunday, but we'll be back for sure on Monday with our live show, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll get the week going, which should be a crazy week for the Steelers and the rest of the NFL. So, yeah. That's it, man. And until next time, I'm Jason. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, share, turn your notification bell on. Until tomorrow, peace.